Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is staying on the upside. Today we will be talking about Windows Enterprise. If it be Windows Enterprise LTSC or the non LTSC or the IoT Enterprise or the non IoT Enterprises, we are going to talk about this and hopefully I can explain it as quick as I can on what these are. Now, these are all my experimental ISOs here. I love it. I'd rather do it as eat. Well, no, not really. I like to eat pretty good. But here today, we will start with Windows 11. Now, I watched a guy. He uploaded one, and well, here it is. Is on the enterprises. Now, I want to go over all of this. You have the LTSC ones, and those are the ones we really want to focus on. But we have right here, non LTSC. Okay? A lot of folk don't know that. Windows 11 has one, it's 25H2, and also Windows 10 has one right here, and it is based on 22H2, which the life of this one has ended, which we may look at some of those in just a moment. It ended with the Home and the Pro back in October the 14th of 25, okay? So, if you want any kind of security updates on it, you won't have it. You no longer have support on this one. Just saying. So, we have the Windows 11 non-LTSC and also Windows 11 non-LTSC. Just get that. Now, these here are basically same as Windows Home or Pro. It is de-bloated a little bit, but it will have the Microsoft Store, I think GameBot, all of those things will be on here. Okay? Edge, all of that. Okay? Keep that in mind. I don't know if it's removable or not. I didn't think to try that. So, we have the Windows also. Is it or not? Let me go back to 11. Let me really look at this. Where is it? Evidently not. We just have right here. Okay. Yeah. Something else I want to explain, and then we will move on to the LTSC ones. And then I will further explain that as well. Here we have Windows 11 Enterprise. That's it. Here we have Windows 11 IoT Enterprise. Now, we're still talking about this non-LTSC one. All right, keep that in mind. So we have Windows IoT and non-IoT, basically. Now, let me quickly explain the non and the IoT right here, IoT. Okay? The IoT is usually extended out, the lifespan of it, a little bit longer, and it isn't as bloated on the LTSC ones. This one, it is good up till September. No, we better look that up. Let me look up the lifespan of this. Now, we won't 10 because it's ended already. It ended in October 14th. Okay. Let me open up another. Okay, let's look at the lifespan. Now, this is the non-LTSC, okay? End of life. October 10th of 2028. And that's the same with the Home and Pro as well, okay? So you're still good on this one for a while if you choose to use the non-LTSC. All right. Now the other one, I've already discussed it. Ain't no need to And I will explain this a little further in just a moment. Now let's move on to the LTSCs, okay? LTSC. This is LTSC, okay? Here we have Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC based on 24H2, which is the one that I'm running. Here you have the option of the IoT or the non-IoT. Now I've already explained the difference. The IoT is lifespan extended out a little farther. Well, let's see if that stands to be true. And let's see. Okay, it's not the IoT. Okay, which is October 14th of 25. Really? Is that right? End of servicing on October. Wow, I didn't know. I thought we were good to 28. So, well, you already know you better do the IoT, Windows 11 Enterprise LTSC 22. Why is it that? Wait a minute. I don't know why I done that. We're looking for 24. I know there was something thinking wrong. Okay, yeah. So that one would be Windows 11 24H2 LTSC. That's it. There's no IoT to it. It is good up till October of 29, okay? So I'm glad I ironed that out and got that straightened out. But now let's look at the, why did it do that? Oh, I see. I need to put that, okay. It just guessed at it. Well, it's nice to know. You live and learn. Some of us never will. Okay, 24. Okay, we are looking at this one. I thought they had one of them. I will talk about that in just a little bit, about that one, okay? We are looking at this one. Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC based on 24H2 end of life 2034 of October 10th. Pretty good. So it's the one to go with, really, unless you're a die-hard fan of Windows 10. We will talk about that. We won't leave it out. Alrighty. So we know the difference between these two after I figured out my mistake there. Now I'm going to move into the Windows 10 ones. Okay. Well, no, let's go back. Now I'm running this one right here. Okay. There is an upgrade out there that you don't lose. It's not a fresh install. It is a upgrade. You don't lose your videos. You don't lose your apps that you got on here. It just upgrades it like Windows would. To 25H2, okay? Let's look that one up. Don't know how to do that now. Let's just go back and do this. 25 Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC 25. Let's see if it changes it. No, what that does, okay. Be aware of this. According to this, the Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC 25H2 has an end of servicing day of October 28th. Really, guys, that's just taking you back to the non-LTSC. I know it says it here, but if we will go back to this, does it show it? No. I'm just trying to Okay, this one. Okay, let's look it up. I think it gave the same day. I think that update, I wouldn't recommend it actually. I'm unsure about it. Okay. It's October 10, 28. So going back to this other one, Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC end of life. It's the same thing, so just so you know, I gave it out there. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, now then, we are to, now those of yous that is the die-hard Windows 10 fans, I'm one of them right here. Well, no, you ain't. I ain't got the video up. But I am, okay? Now, I've already discussed this non-LTSC lifespan has ended when Home and Pro did, okay? So, we good on that. We done with it. Let's go to the LTSC ones. Now, these all are LTSC. If it be Windows 11, we discussed that. Now, for your die-hard Windows 10, I would recommend this one right here, okay? Windows 10 IoT. Make sure it's IoT now. Enterprise LTSC 2021. Now, this one's still in date. You could use it, but I'd still recommend this one for you die-hard Windows 10 fans that wants to stick with it and still have some kind of support on it. Let's look at the end of life here. And it says 2032. January 13 of 2032. That's pretty good. It's out there. And I will be honest with you, in a couple of years, the computer world is going to change, and really, it's not going to be like we have used computers. So if we can drag a couple more years out of our Windows 10, we're doing good. After that, when the AI really gets out there, I really look for, it will be hard to use these old computers. The apps will change, the software, everything. And while I'm here, and I'm just going to briefly touch, Windows 12 will be coming out pretty shortly. It has to be by 2027, because that's when whoever is over it wants AI up going at the place where they are wanting it. We got AI. It's out there. Some of it's probably on this here, but not much of it, because it is LTSC. Where that is leading, well, that's a whole different message. But look for the computer world to change in a couple of years, to the point that we will be lucky to use these, honestly. It don't bother Microsoft to kill out something to force you to upgrade. And then when the AI comes out, they really going to push that. They already are. I mean, if you find an ISO here on down the road, right now there's one, it's not in the USA, but the rumor is, and really none of us really know, guys, but the rumor is that if you put it on your computer, it will sync that AI and everything in to your computer, and you will not be able to remove it. You won't be able to do a fresh install and remove it. Let me explain it this way. When you have a computer, say if you go to Walmart, buy your computer, get it all up going, it will already be licensed. Most of them are home edition. That's why you hear tech guys saying that unless you want to buy another license, I would recommend you to stick with what's on it if you reinstall, because the license is sunk into your computer, and if you do a fresh install, most likely it will pick that license up and you won't need to change it. That's what they're going to do with AI in a lot of it. Just like that license sunk into it, they are going to sync it within your computer and you use it, which that bothers me. It's my computer. I paid the money for it. I should be able to do what I want to with it. If it's be the best thing to do, throw it out in the middle of the road and run over it with my pickup truck. It's mine. I bought it. Or if I want to put Linux on it, I should be able to. That's a different video. So, thought I would throw that in there in mid-air here. So, grab up and catch it. Okay, you got it. Moving right along with LTSC now. My mic ain't right today. So, I would recommend this for the die-hard Windows 10 fans. This is the route to go, okay? Just saying. You could do a fresh install of this and still have some kind of support on it up until 32, okay? Believe it or not, this one of LTSC, the IoT, now these here don't, it allows you right here. You can still choose the regular Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC, but why would you when you got IoT? Let's look at this, and then I'm going to get off here. I'm not even going to bother with these unless you have ARM64, and then you would have to go with that one. But let's look at this briefly, and then I'm going to get off of here. I've covered just about all that I know to cover to hopefully explain the LTSC world. I mean the enterprise world. If it be LTSC or the non-LTSC or the IoT or the non-IoT. Okay. Look at this though. Even this Windows 10, I'm going to put it on there and see what it does. I had it on an older computer, and it actually worked better than the 21 on an old computer with old software, okay? If you've got a newer computer that would be above 21H2, I would recommend that 21H2, the one that I showed you earlier. You might get a little more speed out of this, but you might run into problems with some apps. I'm sure that was me trying to get them on there to work on this one on the older computer, and it could have been just because, well, it's an older computer. I don't know. But it's still good until 29. So, honestly, you could probably run this one, and unless they start dropping apps and stuff for Windows 10, which I don't look for that as long as Windows 11 is out there. Keep in mind, Windows 12 is coming. And I don't know what the computer world's going to be when it totally switches over to AI. I really don't. It's kind of, in a way, scary, and the rest of the world really don't care. They're already using it on their smartphones anyway, so, I don't know. But yeah, guys, that is my thoughts on Windows Enterprise, if it be 10 or 11. I've explained it best to my knowledge that I know how, but there is a difference. You do have an IoT and a non-IoT of Enterprise LTSC. You do have a LTSC and a non-LTSC. So make sure what you are fixing to put on your computer. Why would you even use an Enterprise? Well, the LTSC ones, especially the IoT ones, are somewhat debloated. and doesn't have all of that extra junk on it that, well, it is to me. All that stuff running in the background, it is a lighter Windows version. It will run, in my opinion, better, regardless what others says. Originally, it was designed for corporate business, ATM machines, in the medical field of medical devices and stuff like that. But what the individual person is learning, that it works just fine for a daily, providing you set it up right. You can put Microsoft Store on it. You can put what you want to put on it. And yes, you can multitask with it. Just because LTSC, Enterprise LTSC is used for one particular thing does not mean that you can't, like, record a video, open up web browsers. I'm doing it today. I am using, like, I don't know if I said it or not, but Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC based on 24H2. I did do the upgrade and I didn't like it. Okay, we talked about that earlier. It added more to my computer. In other words, when you go and look at the task manager and see the background stuff running, or the Windows processors running, which this is pretty heavy. Now, Windows 10, it won't be that high. It'll be down to at least 70 something, low 70s. And it even added more than that. I think it was like 97 or something. I don't quite remember, but it did add more stuff that it was doing. I was told that it was because it upgraded the security on it. The Window Defender here, which I've got mine off, but that it upgraded the security. I mean, really, why wouldn't Enterprise LTSC be secure? I mean, here you got a patient that comes into the emergency room. He says he's having a heart attack. He's shortness of breath. He's holding his chest. He can barely breathe. And in order to determine that he's actually having a heart attack, or what we need to do to this guy, we need to do some tests. We need to do an EKG and things like that. They hook the EKG up to you, and then it goes kapoop like a lot of times our computers do. Trust me, Microsoft don't want that. Windows don't want that. I think this is more secure, more dependable, even your Home or Pro. People will argue that, but that's my opinion on it. Now, if you want to download this thing, the ISO image, I would recommend using, anytime you do these things, I would recommend Rufus. We don't have it. No, of course not. I'm trying to wind this video up. Let's see. Okay, right here it is. I would recommend downloading this right here, Rufus. And even if you're doing Home or Pro, especially on Home or Pro, say you went to Walmart and bought your computer, and most likely it's going to be a Home Edition, and BitLocker locked you out or it crashes. Mine did. So I had to do a fresh install of Windows, and a tech guy told me to use this one here. Why? Because you can, right here, look at here. You can even use Rufus and install it on an older computer. Say you got an older gaming computer that's still big enough to pull Windows and use it, but it don't have the TPM 2.2 on it or the secure boot. You can remove it. You can remove the Microsoft account, and as far as I know, it's still working. I put one on a couple of days ago by using this, and it worked fine. All those privacy questions and stuff to ask you that takes 20 minutes to click them off, it clicks them off. And there's others to go by. So use Rufus. Burn you an image if it's Home, Pro, whatever it may be. This is a good tool to use. And if you got an old gaming computer, and you want to upgrade to Windows 11, this is a good way to do it, is through Rufus, okay? So you would make your ISO image and put that thing on there. Don't jump to that yet. Make sure you have access to an aftermarket or a third-party license. And there's a code out there that I've used it for test. Supposedly Microsoft used it for test. Some says that it may or may not be secure to use, like if you doing personal things, banking and stuff. I don't know what to tell you there on the code. To use it at your own risk. There is one out there. But find you a good third-party license, and yeah, go that route. You can get it for about $20-$30. Some of these tech guys on here, I'm not hooked up with them. I'm the new kid on the block, so yeah, make sure you got access to a license. And use the ISO image from where I showed you, or if you don't choose to go with these guys that where we were looking at earlier, wherever it's at, right here, all of these are pretty much legit, okay? Pretty safe to use these. I have never had no problem. In fact, this is the one that I'm actually using now. And it's this one right here, which gave me no problems. But be careful when you do these. Go grab you one like this and use those if that's what you choose to use, or if you do Windows 10, they there as well. I showed you the ones on the other one, but the Windows 10 one would probably be right here or something. Yeah. Anyway, whichever one you choose, make sure you have got access to a license. So just saying, and why would you switch to it? I mean, you got to debloat and things, and for the Windows 10 users, you still got security support on it for a little longer. So yeah, guys, that's video. I'm going to get off of here, and I will catch you on the next one.